You may notice that that like this top part is missing now. It's because I can speak now and I can actually use my fucking mouth. So, though it may be a bit jarring and it may be a bit gross, cause you're a little puebes. I don't know. I feel like people don't actually really like care about movies in the way that they like to say they do. I like love to watch no shit. Everybody likes to watch a movie. What is a movie? Well, it's a set story or event, filmed or recorded, a motion picture. But to me, I don't know, movies are so much more than that. It's not just literally what it is. It's an entire art form, and it's an entire culture, and people have dedicated their entire lives to this. And I don't know, just pushing it down to that exact thing makes it so boring, I guess. But you don't think about the craft of filmmaking or writing and the way that big businesses like Disney or, oh my god, the entire industry are just pushing everybody who's in the creative process that isn't an actor or a director out of it because they all hate unions. Movies themselves have turned into like pieces of my life, really. To put a long motherfucking story short, I had a rough childhood. You know, it doesn't really matter. The most fun moments of my childhood were me watching television. But, you know, Quentin Tarantino watched movies all his life because he was a sick kid and stayed inside all the time. So leave me alone. And did I do well in school? No. But also, it doesn't.
After these messages.
The new Minolta XG7 35mm reflex camera is automatic, so
that was great. I loved that.
You can concentrate on the action while the XG7 sets itself. All you do is focus and press the button.
I don't know. Who the fuck is filming this?
The optional auto winder even advances the film for you.
Like, who is filming this?
With the XG7, you can change lenses fast, too. The Minolta XG7. Try it. You'll fall for it.
For example, one of my first memories ever, like going outside or doing anything in a theater, was going to see Spider-Man 3. And it's literally one of the reasons why I love the Spider-Man franchise as a whole. It's one of the very first times I ever saw a movie. Today's topic is the importance of physical media, and because those memories are just so important to me and grafted into my psyche, I like to be able to hold it. It's just the thing. You can watch it whenever you want, but like, can you use special features? Can you play the fucking Shrek 2 game? The fucking Shrek 2 American Idol game? Can you play that? No, you can't play that on streaming. They want you to believe you can with those weird apps inside of Netflix, but no one cares. Having these physical pieces of media, it's like being able to just hold every single minute from a specific instance of your childhood. For example, watching Cars. Watching Cars, it's like feeling like a kid again, because Cars was the only movie I actually like watched and remembered over and over again, and it was like one of the very first Pixar movies I've ever watched. Also, the music is goddamn killer. Remember when Pixar made films and not kids movies? I don't know. Oh my god, it's been like 9 minutes and I haven't talked about a single video. Alright, well, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So today, or any day you're watching this, all episodes are reruns. I want to talk about movies, but specifically the reason why you should buy movies more and stop using streaming services all the time. You should only have like 2 or 3. A lot of the movies I have for a reason, and they're associated with specific instances and feelings, and also I have to like them. I don't understand buying movies that you haven't seen before. Why would you... Wait, what did Kim Kardashian say? Why would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley? I don't think that... I don't even think that works in this instance. Currently in the collection, we have about 30 DVDs. Roughly speaking, that's around 14 Disney, 3 superhero, 18 animated. And animated is not a genre, but people treat it as one, so it's gonna be one here. Animated movies are the future. You guys just think they're for kids because of Walt Disney. 11, various genre. Because honestly, it's not that important to separate them. They have people in it. Most of them are realistic fiction. It doesn't matter. We have 3 TV shows because, I don't know, this is the Enchiridion. This is the Enchiridion. So I don't think I could count this as like multiple DVD packs. And like some of them are scratched already, which kind of sucks. We also have 8 Blu-rays, most of which Studio Ghibli, literally all of them except for one. Though Hayao Miyazaki isn't the best writer, you guys really need to be honest, he's not the best writer. And if you say that, oh my god, and if you say that your favorite Studio Ghibli movie is My Neighbor Totoro, I believe we should call people weeps again. Not because you should be made fun of for liking anime. I like anime too. I've been watching anime since I was like, probably like 11. You guys do not respect the art. You don't respect the art. You guys will sit and talk about anime and all the cool stuff and all that stuff. But you don't think about the art. You also don't think about how so much of anime is an abstraction of Japanese culture itself. Not like the literal culture, I mean the social norms. We're gonna start with our favorite movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Not because it's the most award-winning of the... No, that's not why. Even though that is a great reason. The Academy is not everything. Rotten Tomatoes means literally nothing. It's random people's opinions. The people don't care about the art. This entire movie is an abstraction on nihilism, and also, once again, I come from a pretty not great family, and Evelyn be able to change for her daughter because she actually does love her daughter, even though they don't get along at all. Westerners don't think of shit like that. And there's a specific subpopulation of Westerners I'm talking about. And I don't want to get attacked on the street. Great movie, 10 out of 10. If you have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, you're either racist, homophobic, boring, or a square. And being a square is one of the most sinful, evil things you could do on this earth.
Just look at him, square, the shape of evil.
Here we have Shrek 2, one of the best Shrek movies. I think this is the best Shrek movie. Anyone who disagrees, your only other opinion could be Shrek 1, and if it is, you're still wrong. It's not as funny. I think Shrek 2 was really the crew's break, because Shrek was the bad movie of the decade. They were working on Prince of Egypt at the time, I think, or another movie, and coming back to this movie it had its own adjective. This lovely film spawned an entire franchise of adult jokes in film. Nobody wants to talk about it, but it's so funny. Or at least children's film. Like what people think are kids movies, even though most of them have to have adult jokes so that your parents will pay to watch them, but no one cares. Favorite scene? I told you, ogres don't live happily ever after. He croaked. Because that's funny. Literally, Gingy saying anything is always funny because he sounds, I don't know, like he sounds old and young at the same time. Got another childhood banger. Here we have Cars 1. I don't know, any of the other cars in the Cars franchise don't really make sense because they're vehicles. How many stories can you make? I think I saw Cars 2 and 3 because Cars is one of my favorite Pixar movies. It just doesn't have the same feeling as Cars Prime, and I think it's because one, Cars was really grounded on like returning back to your roots or just finding your people. That's like nothing, it's not in any of those other movies. This is the only good Cars movie because it's not a movie about anything but Lightning McQueen leaving, but it's so much more life. It's just living. It's just the people there living and all their troubles, and he just has to alleviate them. It's just small town life. It's a great movie. More people should like this movie. I don't want to feel like a goddamn clown for saying that I love this movie. Next, I guess we're putting them in the order I've seen them. Next, we have Finding Nemo. This is actually my household copy. So this is an actual copy plucked straight from the early 2000s. This is like an actual, like... Wait one sec. That's DVD porn. 2-disc collector's edition. This is a great movie. Something about a father going to search for his son. It's a beautiful movie. It holds up really well. This is an early 2000s copy. It holds up spectacularly. And the music, it's just an experience. It's like sitting down and watching an aquarium. Toy Story 3, look, everybody who talks about Toy Story 3 doesn't understand how much I like Toy Story 3. Yes, everyone's gonna say that, but here's why I'm more important. This is a base copy. It's from Goodwill. Most of the movies I have are from Goodwill, because paying anything above $20 for a movie is literal robbery. This is plastic. It's plastic. Like, this is plastic. Anyway, it reminds me of not, oh my god, this movie's so... No, it's waiting for the bus to come, and it's because it's the last day of school. You're all by yourself, you're waiting, and they have to put on movies when the kids have parents that are you just sit and you're watching a movie, and this movie, everybody always had this movie because this is the best Toy Story movie. It was the last of the series. Toy Story 4 and 5 don't exist. If you like those movies, no one cares. These are better, so much more emotionally impactful. Next we have X, simply because this is the first slasher that I actually really enjoyed, because it was a visual spectacle. It was beautiful, and also about something. And also, A24 makes really good movies, and Jenna Ortega's in this movie, and she's great. She is really great. I don't know how much we can all just stand and watch Mia Goth scream for an hour. Pearl was a bad movie. That's just gonna be a hot take I'll have until I die. I'm not gonna watch Maxine because I knew it was gonna be a bad movie. It is a basic movie from the 2020s. You know, something about 2020s movies, they don't have the same... It's not the same plastic. It's not the same grit. And this is also a base movie, but like, the plastic is better. I don't know. Next up, we have a 2-pack Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle disc set. Howl's Moving Castle. Now, this I didn't even know was the one I was gonna pull out here. This was actual luck. This is the first Studio Ghibli movie I ever saw, and you know, it's not a good movie. It actually doesn't make much sense because the story is very separated. It's all different film darlings. Nothing is all tied together properly, and that's because of the way they write their movies. It's just so beautiful, and the music, and you sit down and you watch a Studio Ghibli movie because you want to experience it, not because you like the movie. You sit down and you want to experience this movie. It's so all-encompassing. It's the environments that are hand-drawn and painted. It's the music, the composure. Oh my god. They're pieces of art at this point. And we get it. You're a weeb if you like fucking all that basic shit, but no one cares. I've always been like a bit of a sentimental person. Yeah, we get it. You all hate emotions. They're corny, but I, on the other hand, I'm having a ball. I just wish people cared about physical DVDs more, because the fucking DVDs they sell in the stores are farces. They don't have packs. The art is ugly. Oh my god, they don't even have special features. You guys want to just sit down and watch a movie and then pull out the disc? You don't want to play American Idol on Shrek? It takes a long time for me to make these movies because I have a lot of exams and tests going on. I am in college, but also no one's watching. Humble yourself. Good night.